Chapter 8, Assessment and Feedback, presented by Group 5. Assessing learning outcomes. Assessment should be tied directly to the learning outcomes. All performance should be based on a student's work products. Class participation should also be included in assessment, and the outcomes need to be clear and definite. Make sure to use specific terms like identify, describe, apply, and categorize that are measurable and that can assess different thinking skills. Note the grading specifics, the due dates, times, and locations to avoid any confusion. Ongoing and varied assessment. Assessment should be ongoing so students can have a chance to improve and reinforce their learning. Ongoing assessment provides measurable evidence of learner engagement and participation. It also provides opportunities to give feedback. It provides evidence of learner progress within the course, and it provides opportunities for learners to test and apply learned content and skills. Remember to use a variety of assessment types. You can't evaluate everything with tests alone. You might want to include discussions and group projects as part of assessments as well. Teacher feedback. Good teacher feedback promotes and improves learning. It also provides learners with the opportunity to expand their knowledge, to understand how to improve and grow. And it clarifies misconceptions and misunderstandings, and it allows students to correct their mistakes. Remember, feedback should be regular and timely, and students should be told when and how it will be given. Other types of feedback. Peer-to-peer feedback. Feedback from peers leads to many benefits. First of all, there's a feeling of a larger connection to the course community. Learners don't just feel that their work is relevant to the teacher, but that it is also relevant to the larger audience that is evaluating and commenting on their work. In addition, learners learn how to evaluate the work of others. There's also a gaining of self-reflection in their own work when they get to assess others' work. And finally, multiple perspectives on a topic may lead to deeper understandings and synthesis of the course content. Guest feedback is another type of feedback and can link activities to real-world contexts. And finally, automatic computer-generated feedback can be beneficial because it's a good way for conducting self-assessment regularly by students. The thing to note is that automatically generated feedback should be descriptive. Explanations should describe why learners' selection was correct or incorrect. Setting learner expectations. Grading criteria for each assessment should be clearly explained. It should be noted in the syllabus, and it should include percentage value of course grade assigned to each. Ungraded items should still include specific expectations, and graded items should be recorded in the online gradebook. For each assignment or activity, you should include a title, instructions and requirements on the assignment, grading criteria, the due date, location and time for submission, and details on feedback as to the location and time for where the learner can receive the teacher feedback. Assessment of activities. Class discussion and class participation should be assessed because assessing student engagement increases motivation and guides the student along the course. In addition, active participation builds course community and gives teachers insight on student engagement. Remember, assessment should be based on quality, accuracy, and timeliness of participation. Group projects. Assessment in group projects should include teacher and peer-to-peer assessment. It is recommended to also do team assessments to measure participation. Assign or have students select group roles or jobs. So that way the responsibilities are clear and there's no confusion on who does what. Self-assessment and reflective activities should be an opportunity to give students a chance to see where they are in their learning and to understand what they know and what they don't know. Now, avoid grading all assignments. This will reduce student stress and it will encourage reflection. Now, what about exams and testing? Well, combine multiple choice and essays to gain student understanding and to evaluate their application of knowledge and skills. Don't just use the same method of assessment over and over again. Remember, assessments should be frequent and varied to make sure students are learning, and include low-risk assessments as well.